good afternoon and welcome back. Labour must argue strongly for Remain, says Tom Watson. And this harkens back to Labour with Corbyn being unsure of whether they're for the EU or against the EU. Corbyn spoke out about it a while ago, but maybe just because he wants to go against the Tories. And in fact, if we scroll in here from what Tom Watson says, it's Anatoly saying Brexit is and always has been a right-wing Tory project. I don't think that's a good idea to say, well, hey, some of the people who vote for us, yes, you guys, one of those things that you really like and support is from a different party and is one of their values. So you're better suited with those people, yes. I don't think that's a good idea. It's basically just creating a fence around you. So you've got the in-group and then you're shrinking it down until the in-group is essentially the out-group because you've closed yourself off from everybody else. So that's what I think is going to happen here. And by saying that, yeah, your values align with somebody else, you're saying don't vote for us and go look at what else they have to say because you'll probably agree with them, which is fine. That's fine for the Tories, not a good idea for Labour. So, Labour's Deputy Leader Tom Watson has urged his party to strongly make the case for the UK staying in the EU. This doesn't really help your case because you're basically just showing how fractured you are as a party, and still Corbyn can't decide. It's the old thought that I'm sure he voted for Brexit in 2016, definitely voted leave, just like Theresa May probably voted for Corbyn, that kind of thing. So his party had been afraid to tell the truth about the EU, he suggested. Yes, they're trying to get the best of both, because they realise they're between a rock and a hard place here, because the Liberal Democrats have them one side and the Tories have them the other side, or maybe the Brexit Party now. As it says in the European elections, the party came third behind the Brexit Party and the Liberal Democrats, with its share of the vote falling to 14%. Well, yes, maybe you're too stuck in your ways, and maybe people are still too worried about socialism that it isn't going to catch on, like the academic agent said, that socialism can't catch on now, considering how much it's failed everywhere else. And with people fleeing Venezuela as well. It's funny that, isn't it? That when you have a socialist or communist country, people are fleeing and trying to get out, but nobody's trying to get in. How many people are trying to get out of North Korea and how many people are trying to get in? I mean, if these countries were so great, then surely people would move to those countries, join in, and then expand on it like that, instead of trying to tear down other countries where they are. Useful idiots, isn't it? Labour and Peace remain split with those representing Leave areas warning against backing a further public vote. And I don't see how they can say it's a Tory thing, a right-wing thing, unless you're saying that is it then individualism and collectivism, in which case you're just saying you're socialist. In which case, okay, you're making your own position clear, but not anybody else's position clear. And if Labour is supposed to be for the lower class, not the working class, however you want to say it, the people who are worst off, people with the worst luck, people in the worst situations, then how the hell are you helping by having open borders and allowing people in to compete against them, especially when the people coming in don't have the same rules, you know? Anyway, he says it'll be too long to wait until their meeting in September. You've got to do it before the summer. And he's saying there are plenty of senior people, including those absolutely loyal to Jeremy Corbyn, who think it is time for the leadership to make a clear statement arguing for another referendum and for Britain to stay in the European Union. However, Mr. Watson said all strands of opinion within the party are entitled to be heard. Good man. Thank you. At least you've got some integrity. He also argued that the core EU values of internationalism, solidarity and freedom are also the values of Labour. Some people have begun to equate support for Europe with class identity. I don't think that's right or helpful. He said, well, it's mainly the middle class now. It's socialism is not help for the poor, it's envy of the rich, as George Orwell said. The majority of Labour people are supportive of Europe, and that support is not dictated by social class. Well, okay, if you don't want to go with collectivism and you want to be an individual and go for individualism, then great, I support that. But I don't think that's how you like to do it, considering you like to break these things down by demographics to say, oh, well, the young people want to stay in, the old people want to leave, and or the university graduates, that they want to stay in, and the uneducated want to leave. If you're going to play that game, then I can better right back at you that you're trying to create these classes and groups, so your social classes, well, then you can't spin it around. You can't have it both ways. Just have your morals, think them through, understand them, and stick to them. But anyway, and we will, yeah, because of course you can't have a BBC article about Labour without including Jess Phillips. Mr. Watson received support from a number of colleagues, including Jess Phillips and Anna Turley. There we are. But it is still split inside Labour, with Ian Lavery saying Brexit has turned this country into a toxic nation. However, ignoring the 17.4 million Leave voters isn't politically smart, nor indeed particularly democratic, or isn't democratic at all. But anyway, that's it for me now. So do have a lovely day, and I will see you next time.